Thank you so much for completing the service agreement. This means that we're ready to begin onboarding. With onboarding, we're going to first ask you to complete a worksheet online to provide us with your basic company information. Before you click that link, make sure that you have a copy of the owner's driver's license and a voided check from your bank, as those will be required in the form. Make sure you complete that form as soon as possible because we can't get started on onboarding without it. Once that form is complete, you can expect a few more things from us. Firstly, we're going to share Dropbox with you. Dropbox is where you can securely upload documents or share them with us. And then we also have a tax filings folder where we will keep your tax filings each time we process them. So you can be expecting an email from Dropbox to get that set up. There will also be two forms for you to sign. The first is what's called an 8655. This is a document that we send to the IRS that allows us to remit your payroll tax filings and tax payments. The second is going to be the EFT application. This application will be filled out for you on page 1. Page 2, you're going to link your bank to our system, and then the following pages, you're just going to do some signatures and acknowledgements. On the bank validation, the system will default to the real-time bank validation, which uses Plaid. With this, you click log into your bank, select your bank, and use your bank credentials to log into your bank, which then will link the accounts. Plaid does not work with every bank though, so if you find that you're entering the correct credentials, but it's telling you that something is wrong, you can go back to that page and select the option for pre-note instead of real-time bank validation. In this case, we will send a test debit to your company bank account, and then you will tell us that test debit amount to validate the account. Keep in mind, with the Plaid bank validation, the EFT application can be approved in 1 business day. If we have to use pre-note, it can take up to 5 business days. So to expedite the process, we do ask that you try to use Plaid before trying the pre-note option. If you haven't registered for your state withholding or unemployment tax accounts yet, don't worry, we'll take care of that for you. We're also going to set up any necessary items that might be required in order for us to be able to file and remit your taxes. So that includes your EFTPS registration, as well as the withholding and unemployment access that we may need. We are going to ask for your employee data. So if you're using a payroll system already, you can grant us access to the payroll system, and we're happy to go in and grab what we can from that system. Otherwise, you can just provide us with the information in an Excel file or PDFs, and we can get that into the system for you. If you're a brand new business and haven't hired employees yet, we can also provide you with new hire packets that you can give to your employees, and then you can send those back to us so we can get your employees onboarded. If you have year-to-date payroll information, here's what we're going to need. For any completed quarter, we're going to need a payroll summary report that includes the wages, taxes, deductions by employee, and includes employer taxes. We're also going to need copies of your quarterly payroll tax filings. If you are in a current quarter and have processed payroll, we will need individual payroll reports for each of those payrolls processed in the current quarter. And then we're also going to need a report of year-to-date payroll tax payments. As part of our onboarding, we not only put everything into our system, but reconcile the liabilities and the tax payments to make sure that everything matches up and we start on a clean slate. This is super important because any step missed in this process can lead to issues down the road. So please bear with us if we're asking you for things that you can't find or that you're having issues with. Trust us, it's in your best interest to help us get that in so that everything is set up appropriately. Once you've signed your forms and we've onboarded your employees, and if necessary, input your year-to-date payroll, then we give you a login. Your login comes to you once everything else is done at a point where you're ready to process payroll. We'll send you a different video link to show you how to enter payroll, but we're also here to answer any questions that you have. So again, just to recap for onboarding, we're going to need you to fill out that client setup worksheet first so that we can get started. That will require the owner's driver's license and a voided check from your company bank account. Then we're going to invite you to Dropbox. You just have to set up your account. You don't have to pay for anything. It's just a way for us to be able to share files securely with you. Then we're going to ask you to complete an 8655 and the EFT application. Once that's done, we're going to collect employee data from you and get that into the system. And if you've processed payroll this year, we're also going to collect that information from you and get that into the system for you. Once you get your login, you can rest assured that everything is set up and ready to go. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out, but we're going to walk you through each step of onboarding as it happens. This is just for those that like to jump ahead and know what's going to happen as we move through the process.